What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to What Now? So today's episode is about something that every single one of us has faced at some point, and sometimes it happens on a daily basis. This episode is about how to start something, anything. Work, a new hobby, a new regime. How do we get ourselves to do these things, and why don't we start them in the first place? It seems so strange to talk about this, because even though it seems as though it's something so easy to do, like just start, come on, it's clearly not as simple as that. So why talk about it? Because once you've learned how to start things, you won't stop. It'll become so natural and so easy that starting a new hobby or that diet you've been convincing yourself that you need to do will actually happen. You'll become more productive, efficient, and you'll have more time to do all the stuff you've wanted to do because you've made time for it. Now, is this purely a motivational problem, or is there more? Well, friends, there is more than just a lack of motivation that makes us want to sit on the couch and think about what we want instead of actually doing it. So I did some research to find out why people don't start the things they want to. And number one is procrastination. I don't even have to explain this one. We all know what it feels like to procrastinate, and every one of us have been a procrastinating king or queen at some point. Number two is doubt. This is a big one. Fear and doubt are the number one killers of dreams and actions. We want to start something, but we're scared we're going to fail or people are going to mock and judge us. Number three, the task seems daunting. I know exactly how this one feels. Sometimes you look at the work you have and it's just too much. A perfect example is when you're studying for exams and there's that one huge subject and you take out all of your notes and you swear you could kill someone by just hitting them over the head with these notes. So you look at all the stuff that you have to go through and you don't even know where to start. So sometimes you don't. Number four, complacentness. This one irks me to my core. When people look at their life and they're so over everything that they just settle. They feel defeated because they've tried these things before and it didn't work out. So what do? They sit and they just settle for what life gives them. Number five, worrying about resources. This one is applied to starting a business. Often people don't start because they're scared of how much it's going to cost overall, how many people they're going to have to interact with, and how much it's going to cost to hire all these people. Number six, I just don't have the time. The most used excuse in the book. Everyone has used this at least once in their life. And the last two reasons. Number seven, people around you telling you you won't succeed. I find that 80% of the time when someone tells you it's not going to work, it's because it didn't work out for them. And 8, the lack of desire or energy. This is when the motivation comes in. This is the lack of the desire and the energy to actually get it done. So with all of these things that are coming in the way, or we're letting come in the way, how do we start? Well, I have 7 steps for you to apply to make it easier to just start. Step 1 is figure out whether you actually want to do it. A lot of the time we don't start things because deep down we really don't want to. The desire to do it is not as strong as the want of the reward. So we don't do it because we can't find the energy or motivation to do it. However, when the desire to do it is as strong as the reward, you'll see how quickly you'll start. So think about it. Do you really want it that bad? Step 2 is make the task easier. We mostly don't start things because we think it's going to be too hard. Therefore, start small and start short. Pick a task. Any task, like running, and start doing it for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. If you feel like you can keep going, then continue. If you don't, then stop. Then pick up another task and do the same thing. Start with 5 minutes. Telling yourself it's only going to be 5 minutes makes it easier to approach. A lot of the time, you'll go over the 5 minutes because it goes so quickly and you don't even notice. Step 3 is change your mentality. When starting something new that you really want to do, but you're afraid for whatever reason, step inside of the mind of dream you, the person you aspire to be, and start thinking about the feeling you would get when you did the task, when you've completed it, that sense of achievement. When you step into the mind of the better, improved version of you, you start thinking like that version of you. What would they do? Would they allow the fear to stop them from doing what they really wanted to do? You picturing yourself doing the task or completing the task is one of the strongest motivators to actually doing it. Step 4 is break it down. When it comes to work or studying, there's often so much to do, so many things to get through that it becomes overwhelming and you freeze. You just can't start. In this case, the best thing to do is to break up your work into sections. I like to use this diagram. Urgent and important. Not urgent, but important. Urgent but not important, and not urgent, not important. This helps you visualize which tasks need to be handled first and will help you get through that really important stuff much faster. Number 5, stop making excuses. Stop giving yourself reasons as to why you can't or won't do it. Either say you don't want to do it and assume the consequences that come from that, or do it and don't complain. One of my favorite quotes that lights a fire under my bum is, "You have the same amount of hours in a day as Beyonce." Damn right I do, and so do you. Use your time wisely. Step 6 is write down your goals. When you start a new task or hobby or whatever, it's incredibly important to write down your goals. Writing down your goals in a place where you can see them is incentive. It reminds you why you're doing it in the first place. In a lot of my videos, I repeat that writing down your goals is so vital to your success. Starting correctly is planning effectively, and part of planning is your goals. Step number 7 is pace yourself. It's not about throwing all your energy into it on day 1 or task 1. It's about putting in a little bit of effort every day into every task. If you put all your effort into the first day, you'll lose motivation. You'll become bored and have no energy and find yourself discouraged and back at square one, not really doing anything. Don't burn yourself out. A little bit every day brings you towards success. So there you go, peeps. 7 steps to help you just start something. I hope that these steps have motivated you and shown you that it's not as daunting as it seems, and that it all begins with the attitude and the mindset you have chosen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll check you guys at the next episode. Bye!